Do you need the Haakaa, and is it worth all the hype? So I feel like a few years ago, the Haakaa was the hot thing with breastfeeding. So let's talk about it. Is it worth it? Is it something you should get? I do want to quick say, check out the description for links to more videos and articles regarding the Haakaa and regarding breastfeeding in general. So check those out. There will also be a free PDF about breastfeeding and breastfeeding tips and suggestions. So now let's jump into it. The Haakaa. One thing I have to say is this thing is affordable and it is small. So it's not hurting your wallet and it's not cluttering your home. So simple, this thing. No batteries, no cords, no putting it together, no assembly required. It's just ready to be washed and used. So it's simple. And new moms, you got a lot spinning in your head. You don't need a puzzle to solve. That is the Haakaa. So simple. Now, as far as it being useful, it can be multi-purpose. I would say the primary purpose is just collecting milk. You're nursing from one side, wearing the Haakaa on the other. And while that breast is flowing with milk, oftentimes the other one will leak. So the Haakaa is there to catch it and not waste those ounces. Some people will use the Haakaa as a pump. I never did. I can't say much on if it would work. I think in a pinch it would work. Like say you're at a restaurant with your husband and you don't have baby with you and you're just feeling engorged and need to relieve a little bit of pressure. That would help. Or something like that where you're just really stuck in a not great situation and you need to relieve engorgement. Other people have used them for mastitis or a clogged duct. They will put some hot water or warm water in here with some Epsom salts, attach it, and try to let that work its magic. Now, I will say any milk that's going in here then is trash. There's salt in here. That milk is not good milk. The goal there is just to relieve pain and discomfort. I did not suffer mastitis or clogged duct, so I can't say if that worked for me or not, but it is an option. If you have the tool, why not give it a try if you're suffering? Another reason that I like the Haakaa is I don't feel like it affects your supply. Not a specialist. I'm not a lactation consultant or anything of the sort. I breastfed 2 babies successfully. That's my experience. So this is just my opinion. But say you nurse your baby, like directly breastfeed them at 8 a.m. and then 9 a.m. you pump because you're trying to make a freezer stash. That's affecting your supply. You're telling your body to make more milk. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it just depends. Whereas if I nurse baby at 8 a.m. on the right side and I wear the Haakaa on the left, I might collect an ounce. Depending on how little they are, I might collect 2 or 3 even. Depends on where you're at in your breastfeeding journey. Now, those ounces, I don't feel like it's confusing my body as much because my baby was nursing during that time anyway. I don't feel like it's going to lead to an overproduction. I call those easy ounces. I think they're easy and simple. They're not demanding a lot of your body. So that's how I got a few ounces in the freezer. Now, I will say, if you are going into your breastfeeding journey knowing you are going to be a full-time pumper, then you have no need for this because you're always going to be wearing probably a double breast pump. So this would just not be applicable to you. Another option is if you're not interested in this, you could do an alternative that is a milk saver. There's a brand called Milky's and a brand that I believe is called like the Ladybug. These are same concept like silicone, but they're flat and they can fit in your bra more nicely and discreetly. So if you're nursing baby on one side, you're wearing the milk saver on the other and you're collecting some ounces. Now you're going to collect less probably with the milk saver. It doesn't have that suction effect that this does. This is a little bit tighter on you and it potentially draws out a little bit more milk. So those are my thoughts there. I did not use milk savers. I used the Haakaa. That was my method and how I did it. I only used it about the first 3 months. After that, I didn't feel a need. That was my overall experience with the Haakaa. So do you need a Haakaa and is it worth all the hype? I don't think it is this super important product for breastfeeding. I think a lot of times your importance on breastfeeding for me was just my baby latching and directly nursing. And the next most important product was the nipple balm to keep me healthy. If you're pumping, your pump would be your most important item. I think this is an awkward in-between item. I think it can be very useful, very helpful, and it's very affordable, but I don't think it is a necessity on your breastfeeding journey. I definitely could have lived without it, but did I use it and find it helpful? Yes, I did as well. So up to you and how you think your breastfeeding journey is going to go. I will say you don't always know. When you go into having a baby, you don't know how you're going to do. You don't know how your experience is going to be. So if you want, grab the product, then you have it. It's only $10 to $30 wasted, or maybe don't. And if you feel like breastfeeding is going well and you think you would like it, order it off Amazon. Not a big deal. Go ahead and jump down to the description, check out my article links and video links for more content and information regarding the Haakaa and breastfeeding. And if you do me a favor, subscribe for more content like this. Thanks so much.